Another important function of the QHOS system is the option to view a summary of your logs. Let's take a look at how this works. There are several different ways to view a summary of your logs. You can use the Summary tab, Clocks tab, Graph tab, Daylog tab, or 8 Days tab. The Summary tab displays the time remaining on your 8-hour rest break, 11, 14, and 70-hour clocks. The first is the 8-hour rest break clock, which shows your available on-duty time until you must take a 30-minute consecutive break. When you're off-duty, whether on SB, off, or off DRV status, for less than 30 minutes, and you change to on-duty, either on or DRV, with less than 2 hours remaining on the 8-hour rest break clock, a warning appears with the time required to complete the rest break. You are not notified when the 30-minute rest break is complete. However, you can look at the 8-hour rest break clock to see when it's reset. The second is the 11-hour clock, which shows your available drive time for the day. However, your actual drive time may be less if one of the other clocks has less time remaining. Third is the 14-hour clock, which shows your available on-duty time for the current day. The last is the 70-hour clock, which shows your available on-duty time for the current 8-day cycle. Your actual available on-duty time is the lesser of the times remaining on the 14-hour and 70-hour clocks. The Clock tab allows you to check your remaining hours under the US, Canada Main, and Canada North rule sets. The green check mark indicates the rule set you're currently using. To change the rule set, tap the Region button at the bottom of the screen. Under the Region field, select either the US, Canada Main, or Canada North rule set. Choose the format in which you want the date displayed. Finally, pick whether you want the distance displayed in miles or kilometers. Once you've selected your desired preferences, tap the OK button at the bottom of the screen. Werner will always audit under the US Hours of Service rule set. Therefore, you'll continue to receive log violations if you're in violation of the US Hours of Service rules. You're also able to view a summary of your logs in graphic form by tapping the Graph tab. An orange border around the blue bar indicates the current duty status. A red border signifies that the duty status occurred during a system or sensor failure. If this happens, you'll receive a notification that there was an error. You should keep paper logs and contact the logs department and your fleet manager until notified that the problem has been resolved. A dark blue border indicates a daylight savings time overlap. The Graph tab also shows your current status, duration of that status, and when you started that status. You can view a summary of your logs for previous days by tapping on the arrows above the graph. To review the details for each status, tap the horizontal bar.